everyone, I'm Claudia Jia. I'm from the USA.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm a 7th cohort Yenching Scholar from Germany.
I'm Sarah Brooker from the United States, and my focus is history and archaeology.
Hello everyone, I'm Lu Danqi from mainland China.
Hi everyone, this is Sicheng Gao. I'm from Beijing.
So my most unforgettable experience has to be the time I got to go to Washington, D.C. last December with my friend Corson. He actually drove all the way down from Massachusetts, picked me up in New Jersey, and we got to spend the weekend with some scholars at D.C. It was very nice to see everyone, make sure they weren't just pixels on my screen, and honestly, everyone I met that trip were super passionate and had fantastic personalities.
It's hard to pinpoint one exact distinct memory at YCA, but I think for me, it has to be hosting the 2022 Yenching Global Symposium. I was a delegate last year at this conference, and so my YCA journey actually began before I was even enrolled as a student. And so this year, hosting the symposium together with friends from all over the world and coming together to make a fantastic conference was something that for me was very memorable because I've been able to experience it both as a delegate and as an organizer. And so I think that's been something where we've been able to bring a conference that brings together people who all share a passion for understanding China together. And so being able to see it from both sides as a delegate and as an organizer has been something that's been very rewarding and fun for me.
My most unforgettable experience was going to the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics with another Yenching scholar and several other students from PKU. We witnessed history in the making, and I fulfilled a dream of going to the Olympics.
Last year, I did a China-related project with my teammates, and fortunately, we got the Dean's Research Grant. Our project was about the comedy sketches on CCTV, so we oftentimes get together, watch those comedy shows, and burst into laughter. We even set the Zoom link to enjoy the Spring Festival Gala together. For me, this project is not just a kind of valuable academic training. It's also a kind of channel for us to really have a good time and to have a deeper understanding of Chinese culture.
Unforgettable experience at YCA so far has to have been the Yenching Global Symposium. Seeing that event through to fruition and to be a success was extremely rewarding, if not stressful. But I do recommend it to anyone who's interested.
The most unforgettable experience in last year is, I guess, with the YCA library. I always have a spot at the YCA library to fulfill the academic training from my advisor. Anyway, it's really challenging but educational at the same time.
So my favorite course at YCA was one that I took last semester called China's Financial System. This is a course that's co-taught by the Stanford Graduate School of Business and consists of Yenching Scholars, Stanford MBA students, and PhD students from all over China. And I thought this course was particularly good at keeping a pulse on the modern Chinese economy and its developments in the financial system. And so from everything to China's development and deployment of the digital RMB, to its foreign direct investment regime, to its property market. All of these were things that we learned about in class, and this coupled together with the ideas and the projects of students from all over the world from different disciplines was a great way to contextualize a lot of the current news that we were hearing. And so for me, this was probably the most academically enlightening class that I took at YCA.
My favorite course was Chinese Classics and Thought from Professor Liu Yang. I had a hard time really understanding intellectual history before, but after taking this course, I feel like I really understand the classics now. It was very rewarding.
One of my favorite courses in YCA must be Art of China. I was quite into this course mainly because our Professor Liu Chen is so graceful and knowledgeable. She not only tells us how to appreciate those beautiful ancient artworks, but also encourages us to do some transnational comparative studies. Besides, during this class, I also visited numerous historical sites with my classmates and discussed a lot with my friends Sarah and Sushi, who also take this class. For me, I can never forget that afternoon we spent on the lawn of Jingyuan with warm sunshine, with coffee and cookies, as well as rich knowledge. It's almost like what 论语 described. 喻乎仪，风乎舞鱼，咏而归.
The class I've most enjoyed at YCA has to actually be my Mandarin classes. I really have felt my language skills grow and develop since I've been here, and I really look forward to putting them into practice in Beijing.
My favorite course is China in the World Economy by Professor Frank Hawk. This course is mainly about China's economic history under the framework of the entire world history. This course is really educational. There are lots of knowledge and perspectives that I didn't know before, even as Chinese.
So the first friend that I made at YCA was Jade. We were actually helping to prepare for Benja elections, and honestly, that was the moment I felt the YCA magic. Even though she was all the way in Singapore and I was in New York, it felt like I had known her for so many years and not just the couple of hours that we actually had met.
My first friend at YCA is a 7th cohorter named Dao from Vietnam. Last year, Dao founded STEER, the student think tank for Europe-Asia relations, and at the time was looking for someone to help head the external side of the organization. And since both of us were admitted into YCA at around the same time, we knew we had a lot of shared interests. And so Dao reached out and asked me whether I'd be interested in helping him with this project. And so since then, he and I have been working together to foster and grow an organization now to a team of over 70 young people from Europe and Asia, working to bridge both continents and also provide a platform for youth of both continents. And so because of that, we've worked closely together and found out that we have a lot of shared interests at YCA in the courses we take, but also in our research on China.
I made my first friend through tea. During orientation week, we discovered we both love tea, and we shared a lunch date with Yenching tea from Hangzhou and Earl Grey tea from the UK.
My first friend in YCA, I guess it must be Fei Yang, and she is now my roommate. We first met each other in an online ice-breaking activity organized by our senior scholars. I can still remember that we quickly noticed each other during the ice-breaking session because we have tons of shared interests. We are both in the literature and culture track, we have similar diets, and we are passionate about reading and writing. And our friendship gets even more profound after physically getting into the campus. I have to say, it's my pleasure to be here and to have such a bosom friend.
It's a little bittersweet, but with YCA being completely online this year and into the near future, the first friend I made at YCA was simply through arranging a call and having a chat online. It's sadly the way we have to do things from now into the near future, but hopefully we can all see each other soon in Beijing.
Welcome to Yenching Academy.
Willkommen zur Peking-Universität.
欢迎大家来到燕京学堂大家庭。
Welcome to Peking University.
欢迎加入北大。
Congrats everyone and welcome to Peking University.